Hey guys, how you doing? It's me again, just touching base. Um, we managed to chunk all this up to 10 foot 4. I called the guy. He's going to get all this brought to his house and he's going to mill it all for me. And he's doing a 50-50 split, which is awesome because that way I don't have to buy wood. All I have to do is pay for it to be carted down to his place. So it's pretty awesome. We've got 31 lengths all together, and we'll see how many 2x6 we can get out of it. Anyways, that's that. Now, big pile of brush. Next week, we plan on going in and cutting the roof off inside and harvesting the 2x6 out. But yeah, my yard's looking bad. But, you know, progression's progression. It's got to look bad before it gets better. Anyways, it's all cool. That tree that was hanging in the woods, she gone now. Man, that was a tough one. Thank gosh I have people that know what they're doing that can help me, that do help me a lot. Because, you know, my story is a bit of a cripple, but the thing is, I don't know that I'm a cripple, you know. People from around here know what happened to me and everything like that. And basically what happened was 8 years ago, I was truck driving and I was in Virden, Manitoba, and my air dryer froze up and I slipped off the headache rack. That's the rack that you hang the chains on the back of the truck. I slipped and I fell on the ice and damaged my neck and my head, and my shoulder, and my hip. So all these videos, I'm proud of myself for making them because by rights physically I shouldn't be able to make them. It takes a lot out of me, but reality is, don't feel sorry for a man that pushes himself to the brink. It's the way it is. But the doing it to myself, and it makes me happy pushing my boundaries because that way I can achieve a little more and a little more in life. Because when the doctor, hi Dr. Ackerman, I know you watch the videos, when Dr. Ackerman told me that, you know, I might not progress any further than what I was, it kind of hurt me real bad. So I pushed and pushed and pushed, and then I had 5 specialists tell me that I was never going to get better enough. One guy even went as far as telling my wife that he might be able to make supper someday for you. That was pretty bad. But anyways, what happened is when I fell, I basically, no one knows how long I was on the ground with my head caved in, but a pastor found me. And when the pastor found me, I was pretty broken, and they got me to a hospital. He was praying over me. It's a funny thing. If you're religious or not, it doesn't matter. This story is unique. Is that the pastor started praying over me. He was taking his dog for a walk, and he found me. He seen my boot underneath my truck, and it was me. And it was minus 39 out, and he started praying over me, praying that I was going to be okay. 2 minutes later, there was an ambulance just happened to be driving by and seen this guy down on the ground praying, and they were wondering what the heck was going on. And the ambulance pulled in, seen me on the ground, loaded me into the ambulance right away, and within 4 minutes they had me in a soaker bath trying to bring my temperature up because I don't know exactly what the temperature was, but I was pretty well gone to the world. And then I remember them saying to my mom, they called my wife and called my mom and said to my wife, she better get out there because they didn't think I was going to make it. And my mom, I remember the nurse talking to my mom, and I love my mom, but the nurse was sitting there talking to my mom, and all I was saying in my head, I was in this dark place. You know, I didn't see lights or anything and all that stuff like everyone says, the tunnel and all that crap. But all I could hear was the nurse talking to my mom saying, yeah, well, you better come out here. My mom was down in Florida at the time, and because that's where she stayed in the winter times. And I remember sitting up, and that's all I remember. I sat up and I went, but they didn't have me braced. So they're supposed to brace me down. They didn't figure I was going to wake up. And literally when I sat up, I wasn't braced to the table or anything like that. And that's where the big damage that was in my neck created me so much problems for recovery and stuff like that. But anyways, long story short, a little shorter than it is, you know, obviously you've been watching my videos. So anyways, I came back from that, and what made me push past every limit that every doctor said that I was going to get to was I was laying in bed, and my wife was sitting on the couch, and my wife was crying into her hands, and she says, I hope he gets better. And she wasn't talking to anybody. She was just talking to herself, and she was crying. And then so then I said to myself the next day, I'm not going to let this keep me down. And what I did was the next day I started dragging my leg down the road. As soon as my wife went to work, I put my boots on and had my cane, and I dragged my leg because my one leg didn't work very well. I had to drag it. Anyways, so I put my hoodie on, and my wife would probably yell at me if I didn't have a helmet. And I really didn't want to bang my head again, because the doctor said if I banged my head again, I was done. So I put a bicycle helmet on and put it under my hood, and I walked the little community that I was in all the time, and I used to walk it, and forced myself to push and push and push and push a little more every day, a little more every day. And what happened after that, I remember one time I had a glitch. I pushed too hard, and my neighbor Betty and Hibbert, nicest people you ever met in your life, man, old school, and I guess I got lost because my brain wasn't developed enough from the accident. And here I was. I didn't know where I was. I was all confused, looking around, going, oh, am I laying? Where the heck am I? And then all of a sudden I seen this lady that was like an angel walking up to me. She grabbed me. She didn't even have a coat on, and it was cold out. She grabbed me by my arm and walked me to the house. She knew that I was lost. And she walked me to the house, put me on my couch, and she gave me a wink and said, shh, I won't let Paula know about this one. She never did tell Paula that. So anyways, that's the story. That's why you guys see what I'm doing here so much, and why people actually, my inbox, unreal, man, blowing up like crazy. But everybody wants to see what I'm doing here, and I don't really think that it's amazing what we're doing here. But the thing is, it's going to take me a year to do this, so it's going to be a year's worth of videos, obviously, and I'm going to document it all. And this little piece of land, when I seen it, I just fell in love with it. And I know this is a younger man's game, and I know that there's some people that think I'm crazy for pushing myself and doing this, and I should just hire people and have a machine come in and do it all. But you know what? That's the irony of it. That's the spice of life. That's what makes life worth living. When you push yourself past your limits, and if in your mind you believe that your limit is one line, and you push to the next level the next day, makes life worth living. Anyways, be good to each other. Live your life your way. Peace out. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Apparently, everyone's sending me messages saying, you're not telling anyone to subscribe. Well, whatever. You want to subscribe, you do. You don't. That's cool, too. Anyways, peace out, guys. Ciao.